Hello folks, Doody here again, and here's an update on what's going on with my visa. So I've been messaging the immigration place, well my wife has, and basically they're saying, just wait. And I'm like, well, what happens if I overstay? And he goes, oh, you can't overstay. So how can I not overstay if I'm still, waiting for my passport? Because they have my passport. They have everything that I need to even get in and out of the country. So, you know, I'm still waiting. It's been about 4 weeks now, but the end of Ramadan's coming soon, so they'll be closed for like a week as well. So it's like waiting for my visa. Don't know. So anyway, that's the visa. Anyway, I can't really tell you much because I'm still waiting, and every time I message them, they tell me just hold on, just wait, be patient. And it's like, well, yeah, it's getting towards. I'm not even sure. I think I'm even past my visa now. What's the date? 27th. So yeah, I think I've overstayed now. So what do they expect me to do? But anyway, last night we went to a food market, me and my wife. It was really nice, to be honest. You know what I mean? I fancied, because they did all sorts. My wife had bakso, me and bakso. Me's like noodle and bakso. Bakso is like it's like chicken balls basically. You know, like meatballs, but they're just chicken instead. Because usually meatballs in the West tends to be pork, but here it's chicken or beef. 90% of the time it's chicken. I had just fish and chips because, to be honest, I kind of miss Western food, and the places that do Western food here, it's kind of it's not Western food, it's Indonesian food that they're claiming as Western food. But yeah, anyway, I mean, the prices were good. What's the shop called? Gran Turismo, not Gran Turismo. Oh, I'll find out the name and I'll let you know anyway. But anyway, yeah, um, the food was nice. It was cheap, and it was really nice. Except for I had Milo and coffee, which is Milo's like chocolate milk, and coffee, which was just a bad choice for me, to be honest. But yeah, it was all right. But the food was nice. I had fish and chips because I miss Western food, and it was the closest I've got to actually Western fish and chips. Well, it's not fish and chips; it's fish and fries. But it is what it is, and it come with like. So I had three sauces come with it. So I had sambal because they eat sambal with everything. I had like a chili, like chilies and stuff, and this other sauce and soy. I don't know why you'd have soy sauce with fish and chips, but each to their own, I guess. But anyway, that was absolutely delicious. Um, I still got one chicken. Hopefully, in the next week, I should have a load more. I'll be increasing the size of my flock. But I'm not going to the chicken market. So if anybody ever thinks about getting their own chickens, don't get them from a chicken market. Don't do it, because they all seem to just die. They all got viruses. They must be the end of life chicken that they know are sick and gonna die. So basically, you go to these chicken markets, they're all in these little tiny cages. You pick what chicken you want, and they'll basically stick a flamethrower on it to get all the feathers off, and they'll chop it up for you. Or you can buy them live. Don't buy them live. You know what I mean? Because it's not worth it. If you have a flock, your entire flock will die. That's one thing I have noticed. So, I mean, I don't know if you can see me. I'm absolutely filthy. Done a bit of gardening again today, getting things prepped and ready. But it's just too hot at the moment. It's very hot here at the moment all the time. You start doing something and you're just absolutely dripping. I have to bring a towel out with me, because when I start getting into the graft, that's it. I start absolutely melting. Yeah, so things are a bit weird at the moment. It's kind of like, I'm just waiting for my visa. The food places, again, Western food isn't Western food over here. Even KFC and Burger King and all that, they ain't the same. It's not the same at all. You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is. I noticed how everybody's flocking back to Bali, and they're like, "Oh, look at us!" Oh, and it's like, yeah, where were you during the pandemic? You all fled, and now as soon as the things open, you've all come running back, and you're like, "Look at us! Look at us! Look at us!" You know what I mean? It's like, but anyway, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But still, times are hard at the moment because obviously there's a lot of places shut down here. Everything's a bit quiet. I can hear my chicken rustling. She's coming to find me again. She always does it when I'm sitting in my little spot. She'll come and sit near me and collect all the little bugs and that. But yeah, so that's the update on the visa and the food. One thing I've noticed that it's absolutely insane is that most places are shut during Ramadan, but the prices of everything massively go up. So I'm not sure if it's the same in Bali with the Muslims there, whether they do the same, but basically here most places are kind of half open. They're not quite fully open, especially the food places. Though the bigger name places will be open, but the smaller shops and that they tend not to open. So you know, during the day you can still get food. You know, it's not as if they don't serve food, but after 6 o'clock, right, this is a big thing, right? So if you're in Indonesia during Ramadan, right, and you don't live in the tourist places, you actually live in proper places in Indonesia. I call them proper places because that's how, you know, how you find out how they actually live. You know what I mean? And you live as one of them. It's completely different. But anyway, if you go to any food place between 6 and 8 o'clock, it will be absolutely rammed. You will not get a seat, and it's hard to find somewhere that's quiet. So just be warned, during Ramadan, if you're trying to get food after 6 o'clock, no matter where you go, it's going to be hard to find a seat because it is extremely busy. Because obviously they end their fasting. You will tell when they end the fasting because at 6 o'clock they'll start beating drums and stuff over all the loudspeakers over all the mosques, so you'll know when it's over, that the fasting stopped. So during that time, I'd advise never to go to try and eat somewhere. I mean, for my birthday, you know, a week ago, we thought, right, we'll go to an all-you-can-eat Korean place. It was about 6 o'clock. We went out. Absolutely everywhere was rammed. You could not get anywhere. People were queuing up outside of the. What's my chicken doing? My chicken's attacking a tree. But anyway, so we went to. So you got Seagoji, something like that. It's quite a popular one that's here. It's a big chain of different Korean restaurants. But anyway, we went to them and we went to all different ones, and every single one of them was absolutely rammed. They were queuing up outside. So be warned, during Ramadan, if you don't live in Bali and you live outside in, like, say, Makassar, live in the island of Sulawesi, or you know, in Bandung, places like that, you will find that after between 6 and 8 o'clock, it's absolutely rammed. So be warned, if you want to eat out, either eat out before then or like later on, like quite towards, you know, about 8-9 o'clock, where obviously you got to try and get there before places close. So they're the best times to go and eat because it won't be absolutely rammed. So that's my little advice during Ramadan, is make sure you eat either early or extremely late if you're going out to eat. So yeah, let's talk about future plans at the moment. So obviously I'm still waiting for my visa. Got a little fingers in pies trying to get my businesses sorted, trying to straighten some of them out because some of them have just during COVID have not gone so well. But you know, it is what it is. You've got to muddle through it. So eventually I will get back on my feet properly, and then everything will be back to normal. So you know, if you have any questions or anything about Sulawesi or Makassar, or basically you have general questions about Indonesia, let me know. Please don't ask me about the visas, because everybody keeps asking me about different visas, and it's like, I don't know, because it's different for everybody's circumstances. I only know the visa for my circumstance. So if you're in a similar circumstance to me and you want a little bit of advice, then fair enough, ask me. But don't ask me about B211A visas and quarantine hotels and stuff like that, because everything changes that often here. You've got to keep on top before you travel here. Make sure you're looking at what the rules are. You know what I mean? Because I've so many people out there that are giving really bad advice and some that are giving good advice. But at the end of the day, right, I've been here now 6 months, nearly 7 months, and basically I'm going to a year visa, a kita, or ETAS, I think it is, an ETAS. So yeah, again, that's the visa I'm currently on. The B211A is constantly changing. So, I mean, the rules changed about 6-7 times when I got my visa. You know what I mean? So you've got to make sure you need to know before you travel here what's going on. It's pointless in asking people that are already here and that got their visa a month ago, 2 months ago, especially me with like 6 months ago. It's pointless asking me because everything's changed several times. So you've got to keep on top of everything. And, you know, you've got to watch out because the rules are, you know, for instance, right, I'll go to the mall, right? They used to have one entrance in, one entrance out. Then they'd ask you to do the pedilundungi, where let's call it the contact tracing app, right? So you just have to download the contact tracing app. If you're a foreigner, it don't work anyway. So that was pretty pointless, but they would be like, you need to do this. I'm like, how can I do this? Because it hasn't registered me properly, because it can't, because, you know, obviously I'm a foreigner. So basically then I used to have to carry my vaccination card with me to prove that I've been double vaccinated. You know what I mean? But now, yeah, I think it's like 3 vaccinations you have to have. You have to have all 3 or whatever. I don't even know. So, you know, but then they'd scan your temperatures. You know what I mean? And then basically, then they stopped scanning your temperatures. Then they started scanning your temperatures. Then they stopped the contact tracing. And they added the contact tracing. You know what I mean? Every time you go there, sometimes it's like I've been 3 days in a row, and each of them 3 days is completely different. So, you know, you just got to go with it. Now, the airport in Bali, they will be on top of basically the COVID restrictions, if there are any, and different ones. You know what I mean? So make sure you know before you come here what's going on. Just go on the website. Oh, it's thundering. So, you know, you need to make sure. So I'm going to leave it there. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Hopefully I've put the links down below to get to my Amazon business. So if you want to have a look at my wares, it'll be down in the description. I'm looking for the software to do it because it's weird how I do it here. It's not easy to do my videos, especially with the internet connection, because the internet here is absolutely rubbish. It's really bad. It takes me like 4 hours. It would take me about at least 2 hours just to upload this standard video that I record on my phone. The reason I record on my phone because it's a smaller file and I can upload it. If I record on my camera, it will take me at least an entire day or a day and a half after I've edited it and processed it, and then it will take a day and a half and it'll chew through my credit. That's why I do everything on my phone. So hopefully I can get around that soon. But anyway, that's it for now. God bless you all. See you again. Ta-ra now.